Do you guys remember this forgotten event, the collection of epic battles? It was released in 2021 for the worldwide celebration for Dokkan Battle. Well, today I've completed another mission from it, which was pretty much impossible for free to play until the full power Frieza EZA. And it's this one right here, clear stage 1 with a full power category team. So I'm going to show you guys how I did it with a free to play team. The importance of this was getting this memory here, this Frieza memory, which gives a Planet Namek Saga boost for 10% attack and defense for the rest of the entire battle, which is a pretty OP memory for the Ginyu Force. So I don't want to bore you for the entire battle because, to be honest, it is a pretty easy event. The problem is that for this stage specifically, to do real damage to Goku, you have to use extreme units, which, if you've looked at the full power free-to-play roster, it's got a lot of good super units. We got Version Z Goku, Roshi, Krillin, which we're all using on the team because they're defensively good at the very least. But in terms of our extreme units, we only have 3 units in here. We got the new EZA full power Frieza, which we're using as the friend. With his EZA, he's a great full power leader, and his passive has been upgraded, so he's actually pretty decent. I wouldn't say he's like crazy good after using him on a free-to-play team, but do remember I'm running him under a 77% leader being Kale. I just don't really like the HP restriction all too much. But when it comes to like the Dokkan right there, that's very helpful. And getting those guaranteed criticals. If you can manage somehow to be low HP, then that's great. We got DKP in there, of course, a great tank. Now, I am using a redstone unit. Technically a redstone unit. It's that Int Golden Frieza that they released with the Worldwide Celebration pack with Janemba. I thought I might as well buy it because I actually needed the Broly in there, and then the Golden Frieza. It was a plus. You know, you don't have to even awaken it. You just need the EZA middles, which I had. And he's actually somewhat okay. Of course, linking up with the Frieza is great. He's not in Tiger Goku, the full power Frieza, which means he doesn't get the support. But the stacking of defense did help a little bit. I don't think he made a big significance to the team. Because for the most part, you can use the movie supports. Movie Buster support Golden Frieza, which has never gotten an EZA yet. Because right here, we just don't take a hit. We have no item this so far. I think I used an item in the last phase there. But yeah, this is the rotation that I've been using on this team, where we have Krillin and Roshi. The reason why I wanted this over Version Z Goku was because Krillin can stack defense, which I think is very important, especially when we get to this STR phase, which is our biggest threat, because he just hits hard, and we don't really have any AGL units to really counter it. And Roshi's there for the dodges, and of course supporting the Krillin. He has an okay defense stat. If he takes a super attack, it's kind of like, ugh. But yeah, here we go. We take the super attack. I do have the Whis activated, so we're not going to die, but 189,000 is a big chunk. You could say it's good because obviously Frieza gets his like max attack passive, or for the most part, most of it. Always getting DKP, the necessary orbs for him is very important, just so he can have that inbuilt damage reduction. And it's not that bad having Version Z Goku in the floater spot, because like he's a nice support. All ally support is very helpful. I would ideally like to have the 2 Friezas together, but DKP just really, really helps with the tanking. And I can sacrifice a little bit of that attack, because as long as we know we can tank, the stacking of Krillin would be very helpful, because we're not bringing any healing items. I don't have any healing items. I just used the revival already. That's our real heal, and then whatever orbs we collect is our only heal back. And if Krillin's getting high defense, then the physical orbs are going to be super important. Got 2 parts remaining, and we got a pretty sick attack pattern. I did have to use another Whis because I knew that if Krillin took another super attack, or if Kale took another super attack, or even if Krillin tanked the super attack, Kale would not survive the normal attacks here. At least Roshi's getting like a massive support from Kale. Not like it makes a difference. Yep, Krillin takes the super attack. I could have maybe gone with an Icarus, but the final phase is Int Goku, so us having 3 physical units in the team is pretty nice. We could have had 4 with the physical Golden Freezer, but I just wanted to make sure I actually won. That Golden Freezer really is bad at tanking. Even you think like he builds defense and has damage reduction, you think he's good, but his defense doesn't get that high. So we still have the item activated. Stacked up with DKP's damage reduction, he's pretty much invincible. Freezer post super should be fine. This Freezer, I think, is 90%, not 100%. I've tried multiple runs with 100%, but they just haven't been working out. And this is the first run that did work out for me. 4.5 million attack stat, which I'd say is good. I just wouldn't say it's impressive. What makes him impressive is that he gets guaranteed criticals and type advantage. But the attack stat is kind of meh to me. But that is because he's under 77% leader. If you double 200%, I can see like he's really good. Alright, so we starting off with a full physical rotation here. And so with Krillin being at 300,000, Roshi only taking 1 hit. I even still Icarus. Wow, I was playing really, really safe. Because the one thing I didn't know until like I actually took the super is that he can actually lower defense, which makes it him really hit hard, even on our type advantage units. So here comes the super. Krillin was at 300k defense. With the Icarus active, 11 damage, which is good. Definitely could have not item there, I'd say. But I was thinking for the turn after, if we did lose like any health, it would be really low. And I didn't want that to actually happen. I may have grabbed too many colored orbs to heal up though, because we might not be under or at the 40% mark for Frieza's guaranteed critical. Oh well, what can be done at this point? So now here's the risky part: is like, can KO actually tank normal hits? I was thinking about double iteming, but I didn't think we were gonna kill as fast. Remember, STR took quite a bit of turns. So I grabbed all the purples here and just prayed that he didn't super attack, since he super attacked last turn. And hopefully Frieza's health was actually, we're at 40% for the guaranteed critical. Here we go. No, it was not. We'd probably be at like 41%, which did hurt a little bit. But we are 3 bars down, and KO with a 30% damage reduction item takes about 6,000 per normal attack. At 200,000 HP. Krillin, remember, has low defense, so he's only at 230,000 on the defensive stats. Means that he has to super first in order to get his defense back, because I think defense lowering is until they until Krillin does the super attack himself. So grab all the physicals to heal up as much as I can. And then we're going to make sure we set up for the next turn as well. Because remember, DKP now relies on getting 5 orbs for the damage reduction. So if we screw up at one time, it's over. Luckily, the orbs fell pretty good for us. So we're able to get some red orbs as well for the STR Freezer next turn. The Int Freezer, although being in the floater spot, is about 121,000. He can take a normal attack pretty well. I was just deciding if I should use the Icarus again or risk it, because, of course, Golden Freezer taking 1 super attack is kind of GG. But I decided to roll with the no item. It's only 1 attack. What could go wrong, right? Krillin, for 20 turns, he's done 18 key super, only at 2 million. Gets a nice crit, though. The crit's the only way we're really going to do damage with these super units. And Goku thankfully supers after Krillin supers. So he's like really good in the defensive stat. And yeah, you saw it only took 50,000 damage. Roshi getting a nice critical. Mike Roshi only has 5 criticals, so that was pretty lucky. And we even got a nice little dodge. And this Frieza here, he has a high chance or great chance to critical if we're versing a Goku, which is kind of cool. A lot of green orbs for us and a lot of red orbs. Now, do I no item again? I'm thinking the next rotation with KO and then Golden Frieza. I think I do actually risk it here, because we needed at least a damage reduction item active when we have Golden Frieza and KO on the turn. Still tanking really well, DKP. Gets that double super, so he's defensively pretty good now. Nice critical, and we're just about halfway on this Goku. It's taken a long time. This is why it was like impossible for free to play, because before this Frieza, a good full power leader was, you know, Super Saiyan 4 Tech full power Goku, which is a super unit, so you can't run that. And then the only extreme was Physical Broly, which is very, very outdated, and there was no way to build a full power team with the AGL Frieza as well. So yeah, it was just a very messy situation at that point. 45,000 with the lower defense. I might have used an item there, actually. Yeah, I did use an item, my bad. I must have skipped on that. So I actually have no items here, which is very scary, actually. I think we should be getting low enough HP to the point where we'll get the guarantee critical with Frieza next turn. And no super attacks, which is very scary. 3,000. I guess the Icarus was still on, so. Now there is no Icarus, alright? Now there's no Icarus. And the attack pattern was really awful. But we do have the Friezas linked up together, which is very nice. And all we can do here is pray that everything works out. 65,000 with the damage reduction, which is insane. That's what I was expecting. I was like, double digits didn't sound right. Legendary power. Frieza links 4.4 million attacks. That 1.9, not a critical, but because we didn't take a super there, I thought this Golden Frieza has it in the bag, especially when he has a high chance to crit. He didn't crit, but still 300,000 damage. He was only at 55%, so do forgive him on that one. And there you go. So that was the full power mission done. There's actually one more mission I have to do, which is still very impossible, which is Legendary Existence. There's not many free-to-play units in there. But with that said, hopefully you guys did enjoy today's video. If you did, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel with the notification bell on so you don't miss out on the daily content. Check out my social medias linked in the description. With that said, I'll see you guys in the next one. Stay healthy, stay safe, stay fizzy. Peace out.